Yeah, I know. You're just as dumbfounded about this all as I am, aren't you, Crash Talkers? Yeah, of course you are. Doesn't make any sense. So those 6 officers are officially have been charged with Freddie Gray's death. Now, jubilation appeared to be the mood in Baltimore streets Friday and pretty much every day since, of course, after that announcement. The charges would be filed against 6 city officers in the death of Freddie Gray. Tensions still flared after the 10 p.m. curfew that started Friday night. Arrest came near City Hall once the curfew launched, as law enforcement announced that only the people permitted to be out on the streets would be credentialed members of the media. According to the Baltimore police, there were 38 protest-related arrests, 15 curfew-related arrests the Friday night. The developments came a few hours after representatives for the family of Gray expressed satisfaction at Friday's announcement by State Attorney Marilyn Mosby that charges would be filed against all 6 officers that she says are responsible for the death of the Baltimore man. All 6 officers did post bail and were released Friday night, according to the Baltimore Sun. But the family representatives also said during a Friday afternoon press conference that they hope that the case served as motivation to reform the way police do their jobs in communities across the country. Why does the family have a federal scope of view? That's the first question to my mind. Right there. Why wouldn't they be thinking about their son? Why are they thinking on this federal scale for something that's happened directly to them in Baltimore? I could see maybe, taking the police department to task and wanting to see changes there and yada, yada, yada. But to come out and say that you want to see the way there's reform in the way police do their jobs in the entire country? That seems like there's a little more to that story too, doesn't there? Now, we are happy with today's charges, says Richard Shipley, Gray's stepfather. These charges are an important step in getting justice for Freddie. Yeah. Now, this stepfather, of course, has no clue what the details of the murder investigation, 11 whole days old, he doesn't have any idea what those details are. But he's still saying that these changes are an important step in getting justice for Freddie. Well, how would you know that? You're just talking out your ass. You're not speaking from any kind of informed opinion. It's an important step, getting that justice for Freddie. Do you think that line is more better served to calming down the riot? I certainly do, because this guy has a better idea of the case than you or I, yet he knows it's an important step in getting justice. Yeah. Well, I further submit to you that this is just a ploy to stop the rioting because later on in this same quote about getting justice for Freddie, we ask that whoever comes to our city, a city that we love, a city that we live in, come in peace. And if you are not coming in peace, don't come at all, because this city needs to get back to work. Richard Shipley, Freddie Gray's stepfather, quoted. He all but says, now that we're doing this little show over here, you can stop the riots and go back to work. That's exactly what he's saying. Well, the Office of State Attorney Marilyn Mosby announced that the officers being charged are Cesar Goodson, Jr., second-degree murder, Officer William Porter, manslaughter, Lieutenant Brian Rice, manslaughter, Officer Edward Nero, assault, Officer Garrett Miller, assault, and, of course, Sergeant Alicia White, manslaughter. Now, if you look at these charges, manslaughter, assault, second-degree murder, you look up their definitions online, folks. Anybody can do it. You got Google. There's pretty specific things in there. even down to assault. But charges like manslaughter and second-degree murder, you've got to have a pretty good case of evidence. How the hell do you get that in 11 days? Well, you can't. There's been no other murder investigation in our history. It was 11 days long. None. Didn't happen. This is a first. Second-degree murder, manslaughter, assault. Manslaughter, assault. Well, I hope these people know what they're doing, because it's not just about race. It's not just about justice for Freddie Gray. It's not even about Marilyn Mosby. No. Now, you mark my words, because what comes next in this little saga of events is going to determine a lot of things, and it's going to be a lot of things I don't think Mosby, Baltimore, or Freddie Gray's family really want. This whole case against these 6 officers is literally laughable. Seriously, the assault charges for those 2 of the 6 officers? Well, they just throw them in because it was fun? Just so that they could include all 6 in the indictments? Well, I would submit absolutely. Who killed him? Door number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6? Was there intent? Wasn't there intent? How do you prove it's racially motivated? Etc., etc. Well, we're going to go for our second commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about the social media aspects, you folks out there and what you're thinking, what you're talking about. And indeed, feel free to call in 914-873-1692 if you want to ring in on this issue. Operators are standing by. Well, actually, they're not. It's all muted right now, but hey, I'll get your damn call. Yeah. I'd like to know. I'd like to know what everybody's thinking out there. Anywho, we'll be back in 2.
And you are listening to Crash Talk with Christopher John Taylor, a.k.a. Crash Jesus, on HTLA Radio 1, New York.
What if there was a coffee that was sourced from some of the world's most renowned growing regions, abundant with rich, fertile soil? What if this coffee was picked at the perfect moment, then packed meticulously and shipped carefully to be roasted under the watchful eye of coffee masters? What if it was expertly blended, ground, and sealed, ensuring maximum flavor and freshness, then brewed in small batches and always served fresh within 20 minutes, just the way you like it? Now, what if this coffee just happened to be the coffee you already know and love? Tim Hortons, always fresh, always great tasting coffee.
When we arrived at our hotel in New York, the porter was so incredibly careless with our bags. And the room they gave us, it was beautiful. A broom closet. But the worst part was the shower. My wife drying herself with the Egyptian cotton towels. Shower curtain defined that whole vacation for her. Don't just visit New York. Visit TripAdvisor New York.
With millions of reviews, a visit to TripAdvisor makes any destination better.
I've been so inspired by being in New York because everything from what people are wearing on the street to the way they're interacting with each other to drive through the West Village at night and you see a couple kissing on the street, or you see someone fighting outside their apartment, or you see so much humanity on a daily basis that even if you're not inspired by your own life that day, you can be inspired by someone else's life.
You got that long hair, slicked back, white t-shirt, and I got that good girl face and a tight little skirt. And when we go crashing down, we come back every time, 'cause we never go out of style. We never go out of style. Take me out.
There's only one place to get more Taylor.
Hi, I'm Mike, founder of DollarShaveClub.com. What is DollarShaveClub.com? Well, for $1 a month, we send high-quality razors right to your door. Yeah, $1. Are the blades any good? No. Our blades are f***ing great. Each razor has stainless steel blades, an aloe vera lubricating strip, and a pivot head. It's so gentle a toddler could use it. And do you like spending $20 a month on brand name razors? 19 go to Roger Federer. I'm good at tennis. And do you think your razor needs a vibrating handle, a flashlight, a back scratcher, and 10 blades? Your handsome-ass grandfather had 1 blade and polio. Looking good, pop-up! Stop paying for shave tech you don't need. And stop forgetting to buy your blades every month. Alejandro and I are going to ship them right to you. We're not just selling razors, we're also making new jobs. Alejandro, what were you doing last month?
Not working.
What are you doing now?
Working.
I'm no Vanderbilt, but this train makes hay. So stop forgetting to buy your blades every month and start deciding where you're going to stack all those dollar bills I'm saving you. We are DollarShaveClub.com, and the party is on.
We're New York's best talk radio, HTLA Radio 1.
Yeah, we're back. Well, did you think about that during the break? Well, I bet you did. I bet you did. Welcome back to the show tonight, Tuesday night, Tuesday, May 5th, 2015. Crash Talk, tonight's show, The Mosby Show. All about this interesting Marilyn Mosby, the literal rainstorm. It's raining conflict of interest all over Baltimore right now. And it's mild and 69 right now in Central Park. Not raining any conflict of interest. No. A little hazy cloud. Nothing to get concerned about. But no, she's just riddled with this stuff. Yeah. In fact, let me think about this now. If I load conflict of interest into my minigun here. There we go. Load it all in there. Yeah, I got a full pack. 5,000 conflicts of interest. This is what it's doing to Mosby right now. Yeah, the kids love it when I fire my gun. Yes, they do. So yeah, conflict of interest city. A conflict of interest, a sea of it. It's like a tidal wave of conflict of interest. It's all over the bloody place, and any self-respecting defense lawyer, pretty much, I'm going to say, anywhere on the planet, with the exception of maybe Thailand or Turkey, maybe Bangladesh, they would get this laughed out of court. It's absolutely ridiculous. When even the police union suggests to her that she might, appoint a special prosecutor for this because, baby, you tied up in all kinds of conflict of interest. You don't want to be doing this yourself. And then she goes ahead and does it herself.